Today, I'd like to talk about three of the prominent people who were important in bringing Zen into the West. D.T. Suzuki, Christmas Humphries, and of course Alan Watts. D.T. Suzuki. Dietsu Titaro Suzuki, commonly known as D.T. Suzuki, was a prominent Japanese philosopher, writer, scholar, who played a pivotal role in introducing Zen Buddhism into the Western world. He was born on October 18, 1870, in Kanazawa, Ishikawa Prefecture in Japan, and he passed away on July 12, 1966 in Tokyo. Suzuki's early education was influenced very much by his father, who was a Soto Zen priest. He entered the University of Tokyo in 1889, and he studied under some of the leading Buddhist scholars of the time. He initially focused on Buddhism's scholarly aspects, but later he felt a strong desire to delve into the experimental and meditative dimensions of Buddhism itself. In 1897, he published his first book called Outlines of Mahayana Buddhism, which established his reputation as a knowledgeable Buddhist scholar. However, his life took a significant turn when he met an American writer called Paul Cardos, who invited him to contribute to his magazine known as The Open Court. Suzuki's association with Cardos led to a close collaboration, and he eventually moved to the United States in 1897. And then over the next several years, Suzuki wrote numerous articles, books in English, and became a leading authority on Buddhism in the West. His works such as The Essence of Buddhism, which he wrote in 1904, and An Introduction to Zen Buddhism, which he wrote 30 years later in 1934, made Zen philosophy accessible to Western audiences. His writings emphasized the experimental nature of Zen and its compatibility with science and psychology. He explored the concept of satori, enlightenment, and its role in transforming one's perceptions of reality. Suzuki's works also discussed the Zen aesthetic principles found in Japanese art, such as haiku poetry, tea ceremonies, flower arranging, etc. His impact on Western intellectuals and artists was profound. His writings influenced prominent figures like Carl Jung, Martin Heidegger, and Thomas Merton, all of who incorporated Zen insights into their own philosophies and into their own spiritual practices. Suzuki also travelled extensively, lecturing on Zen and its philosophy in various countries, including the United States, Europe, and India. And after returning to Japan in 1951, he continued to write and teach, becoming a professor at Atani University in Kyoto. In his time, he received numerous honours for his contributions to Buddhist studies, including the highly valued Order of Sacred Treasure of Japan. And this was from the Japanese government in 1963. So D.T. Suzuki's legacy lies in his tireless efforts to bridge the gap between Eastern and Western philosophies. He played a pivotal role in popularizing Zen and its teachings, making it accessible to a global audience. His writings continue to inspire and influence individuals seeking spiritual insights and a deeper understanding of the human experience. Now, Christmas Humphries. Humphries was an influential figure who dedicated his life to the practice and the promotion of Buddhism, shedding light on the spiritual journey and the understanding and the advancement of Buddhism. Christmas Humphries, born on December 25th, 1950, hence his name, I guess, Christmas Humphries. He was born in a small town in England, and he exhibited a deep sense of curiosity and introspection from an early age. He embarked on a quest for spiritual enlightenment, exploring various belief systems and philosophies. And it was during his travels in Asia that he encountered Buddhism, an encounter that profoundly impacted his life. Humphries immersed himself in the teachings and the practices of Buddhism, undertaking extensive studies in meditation and engagement with Buddhism communities right across the globe. One of the notable contributions of Christmas Humphries lies in his efforts to introduce mindfulness and meditative practices to the West. He recognised the transformative potential of these practices. He emphasised their relevance in fostering inner peace, mental well-being, and personal growth. And through workshops, retreats, and public lectures, he disseminated these practices widely, inspiring countless individuals to embark on their own spiritual journey. He recognized the importance of adapting Buddha's teachings to resonate with the Western mindset, drawing on his deep understanding of both Eastern and Western cultures. He sought to bridge the gap between these two worlds. By presenting Buddhist concepts in a relatable manner, Humphries made Buddhism accessible to a wider audience, ensuring its wisdom and its transformative potential could be appreciated and integrated into modern life. Understanding the interconnectedness of all beings, he advocated for socially engaged Buddhism. He believed that Buddhist principles could guide individuals to act with compassion and to contribute to the betterment of society. He actively participated in humanitarian and environmental initiatives, encouraging followers to embrace ethical thinking, social justice, and ecological responsibility. His endeavours aim to address social inequalities and promote more harmonious coexistence among all beings. He was a prolific writer and teacher, leaving behind a significant body of work. His books, articles, and recorded teachings serve as a valuable resource for both newcomers and also for seasoned practitioners. He had a unique gift for conveying complex Buddhist concepts in a lucid and relatable manner, making them accessible to a wide range of readers. And his emphasis on practical application and personal experience, this resonated with many people, providing guidance and inspiration for spiritual seekers. So Humphries was a dedicated practitioner of Buddhism. He made profound contributions to the understanding and the propagation of this wonderful ancient philosophy. And through his tireless efforts, he brought mindfulness and meditation practices to the forefront, bridging the gap between Eastern and Western cultures. He advocated for a socially engaged Buddhism and provided guidance through his writings and his teachings. And today his life's work, continues to inspire countless individuals, helping to find meaning, inner peace, and a deeper connection to themselves and the world around them. He will always be remembered as a significant figure in dissemination of Buddhism, leaving an indelible mark on the path to spiritual awakening. This was Humphries. So let's talk a little bit about now Alan Watts. Alan Watts, a British-born philosopher, writer and speaker. He played a pivotal role in introducing Buddhism to the Western world during the mid-20th century. With his unique ability to articulate complex Western philosophies to complex Eastern philosophies to a Western audience, Watts became a prominent figure in popularizing Buddhism, particularly Zen Buddhism, and fostering a deep understanding of its principles. He was born on January 6, 1915, in a place called Chislehurst in England. Alan Watts developed an early fascination with the mysticism of the Far East. As a young boy, he became engrossed in stories and traditions from places like India, China, and Japan. This early exposure laid the groundwork for his later exploration of Eastern philosophies and also Buddhism. He found profound inspiration in Zen, particularly its emphasis on direct experience and the concept of non-dualistic thinking. Zen's influence, or Zen's emphasis on living in the present moment and its non-theistic approach resonated quite deeply with him. He recognized that Westerners steeped in a dualistic worldview could benefit from the transformative wisdom of Zen. His talent as a writer and a speaker enabled him to bridge the cultural and philosophical gaps between East and West. Through his numerous books, such as Way of Zen and the book on Taboo Against Knowing Who You Are, with these books he skillfully conveyed complex Buddhist concepts to a broad audience. He articulated the idea of impermanence, interconnectedness, and the illusionary nature of the self, which at the time challenged conventional Western beliefs and stimulated introspection. He played a vital role in breaking down barriers between academic scholarship and the popular understanding of Buddhism. While he drew from scholarly research, he presented Buddhist teachings in a way that resonated with everyday people seeking spiritual meaning in their life. his lectures and workshops, which combined humour, wit, and deep insight, attracted a diverse range of individuals, including artists, musicians, intellectuals. He emphasised the need for an integrated approach to philosophy and spirituality, and blending Eastern wisdom with Western thought. He believed that harmonising the best aspects of both cultures would lead to a more holistic and balanced view of the world. His works explored the interplay between science, psychology, and religion, encouraging individuals to seek a unifying understanding of reality. Even after his passing in 1973, Alan Watts's influence continues to resonate in contemporary Western spirituality and popular culture. His teachings have been embraced by countless individuals who seek a deeper understanding of themselves and of the world around them. Many contemporary mindfulness practices owe their popularity, in part, to the groundwork laid by Alan Watts in popularising Western concepts of mindfulness and presence. He played a significant role in introducing Buddhism, particularly Zen Buddhism, to the Western world. And through his writings and lectures, he skillfully bridged this gap between East and Western philosophies. And this fostered a deeper understanding of Buddhist principles and encouraging spiritual seekers to explore new avenues of thought. His legacy continues to inspire countless individuals, emphasising the importance of living in the present moment, of cultivating self-awareness, and harmonising diverse perspectives for a more interconnected and compassionate world. So, thank you for listening today.